This is our new topic, annihilators. Now, what is that? If V is any vector space over the field F and S will be its subset of V, then annihilator of S is the set of all linear functional f on V such that f of V is equal to 0 for all V belongs to S. Now, what does it mean exactly? See, we have any vector space V over field F. Now, we are taking any subset of this V. So, S is a subset of V. Now, the annihilator of S is what? It is denoted by S naught, and this contain all the linear functional having which map every element of V to 0. So, this is what our annihilator. So S naught is nothing but it contains all f which belongs to V star such that f of V is equal to 0 where V belongs to S. So this definition is very important. You have to remember all the time definition while you are solving any theorem. Now there are some notes. Here we are saying that in above definition we are saying that S is a subset of V, but nowhere it is necessary that V is a subspace of V. So it is a subset of V, but it is not necessary that S is a subspace of V. Then if S is a zero subspace of V, then annihilator become equal to V star. If S is a zero subspace of V, then S naught is equal to V star. Now if S is equal to V, then we are say that S naught, that is the annihilator of S, is equal to zero subspace of V. So these are the notes and this is the definition of annihilator. Now we will do some theorem based on this. I think now annihilator definition is very clear to you. So what is, again we will revise. Annihilator is nothing but this is the set contains all linear functional which map to element 0 where V belongs to S. Theorem. If S is any subset of a vector space V, that is S is any subset of a vector space V over the field F, then S naught is a subspace of V star. So what is the given in the theorem? We have any subset S of a vector space V. So first of all we will write if S is any subset of vector space V over the field F, then we have to prove that S is a subspace of V star. Then we have to prove that S naught is a subspace of V star. So if this question is asked in your examination, first of all you have to remember what is S naught. So S naught is what? Where we have S naught as, this is S is any subset of V, then S naught is called annihilator of S, denoted by S naught. S naught contain all functional of V star such that f of V is equal to 0 and this V belongs to S. So this is nothing but our S naught. Now we have to prove that S naught is a subspace of V. First of all we have to prove that this given set is a non-empty set. So we know that if we have a zero mapping, zero functional, then zero functional of V is 0, because we know that zero functional map every element to 0. Here our V belongs to V. This implies zero functional of V is equal to 0. Now here we can say that this V belongs to S because S is a subset of V. So if this V belongs to zero map of v is equal to 0, 0 of v is equal to 0, then v belongs to S also, since S is a subset of v. Therefore, we can say that 0 cap belongs to S naught, that is 0 functional belongs to S naught. So here we can say that S naught is a non-empty set. Therefore, S naught is a non-empty subset of V star. Now we have to prove the condition for subspace. So let F1 and F2 belongs to S naught be arbitrary. If F1 and F2 belongs to S naught, then from the definition of S naught we can write that F1 of V is equal to F2 of V is equal to 0 for all this V belongs to S. This can be written by the definition of S naught. Now for any scalar alpha and beta and V belongs to S, we want to prove that alpha F1 plus beta F2 of V is equal to. Here we have to prove this element belongs to S naught. If we can prove this, then we will say that S naught is a subspace of V star. So here alpha F1 of V plus beta F2 of V is equal to alpha F1 of V plus beta F2 of V. This can be written because F is what? F1 and F2 are linear functionals. Now we have alpha F1 is equal, F1 of V is equal to 0 and F2 of V is also equal to 0. So from this is what? 0, and 0 plus 0 is again 0. So here we are saying that alpha F1 plus beta F2 of V is equal to 0 and this V belongs to S. That means I can say that therefore alpha F1 plus beta F2 lies in S naught. So if this element lies in S naught, then we can say that S naught is a subspace of V star. Hence the proof. So this is the proof to prove that S naught is a subspace of V star. Next is example. If S1 and S2 are two subset of a vector space V such that S1 is a subset of S2, then show that S2 naught, that is the annihilator of S2, is subset of annihilator of S1. So solution. See here it is given that S1 is subset of S2 and we have to prove that annihilator of S2 is subset of annihilator of S1. So first of all we will select an element. So let F belongs to S2 naught, that is F belongs to annihilator of S2, and anyhow we will prove that F belongs to S1 of S1 naught. So if F belongs to S2, then we can write that F of V is equal to 0 for all V belongs to S2 because the definition of annihilator. If this happens, then I can write F of V is equal to 0 for all V belongs to S1 because S1 is a subset of S2. If this element lies in S2, then it will lie in S1 also. Again, from this we can say that F belongs to S1 naught. Then F was element of S2 naught, and here we are saying that F belongs to S1 naught. This implies that S2 naught is a subset of S1 naught. Next example. Let V be a vector space over F if S is any subset of V, then show that S naught is equal to spanning set of S naught. Now solution. Here we have to show that these two things are equal. So first of all, we know that S is always subset of its spanning set. If this happens, then by the previous example we have, if this is true, then spanning set of S is subset of S naught. This is one. This can be written because we have, if S1 is a proper subset of S2, then S2 naught is subset of S1 naught. Now first one we have done. Now for the second one, now we have to show that, prove that S naught is a subset of spanning set of S naught. So let F belongs to S naught be arbitrary. If F belongs to S naught, that means we can write that f of V is equal to 0 for all V belongs to S. In order to prove that F belongs to spanning set of S naught, we need to prove that we need to show f of u is equal to 0, but this u belongs to spanning set of S. For this, let u belongs to spanning set of S. If this happens, then u can be written as summation I is equal to 1 to n alpha I ui, where alpha I vi, where vi belongs to S. So we have done. So here we have first proof part. For second one, we have select F belongs to S naught, be arbitrary. If F, this implies that f of v is equal to 0. Now prove the F belongs to S spanning set of S naught. We need to show this. Now if we are taking u, so this is u belongs to spanning set of S, this implies u is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n alpha I vi, and we are saying that vi belongs to S. Then f of u is equal to f of u, we have I is equal to 1 to n summation I is equal to 1 to n alpha I vi. This is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n alpha I f of vi. I can write this because f belongs to v star and v star is set containing all the linear functional. From here, summation I is equal to 1 to n alpha I, and we have already shown that if vi belongs to S, then f of vi is always 0. Since vi belongs to S, this implies f of vi is equal to 0. So here we are getting f of u is equal to 0. This implies, and for all u belongs to spanning set of S, this implies this our f belongs to spanning set of S naught. Therefore f belongs to S naught implies f belongs to spanning set of S naught. Therefore S naught is a subset of spanning set of S naught. Hence from equation 1 and equation 2 we can conclude that these two are equal. Hence our example. Next we have a theorem. Let V be a finite dimensional vector space over the field F, and let W be a subspace of V, then dimension of W plus dimension of W naught is equal to dimension of V. Now proof. So we have a V as a finite dimensional vector space and W is any subspace of V. Then we have to show that the dimension of W plus dimension of W naught is nothing but dimension of V only. Here W is a subspace of V naught and W naught is annihilator of W. So let us start it proof. Let W be a subspace of a finite dimensional vector space V. Now if W is a zero subspace of V, then we have seen two notes that if W is zero subspace, then W naught is nothing but equal to V star. If this happens, then we can write, if both are equal, then dimension of W naught is equal to dimension of V star is equal to dimension of V. Also, in this case, dimension of W is what? 0. Hence the result. Now, similarly, the result is obvious when W is equal to V. W is equal to V. So here we have done two cases. One case when we have W naught is equal to V star, then theorem were obvious, and if we have dimension of W is equal to 0, then also theorem is obvious. Now let us suppose that W is proper subspace of V. In this case only we have to prove the result. So let dimension of W is equal to M and dimension of V is equal to N. Then if W is a proper subspace of V, then obviously M is less than N. So let B1 is equal to V1, V2 up to Vm be a basis of W. This implies V is Li in W, but we know that W is a subspace of V. So this implies B1 is Li in V also. Here we have taken that V is a basis for W and we are getting V is Li in V. This implies that B1 can be extended to a basis of V. So let B is equal to V1, V2, Vm plus 1 up to Vn be a basis for V. Now if B dash is equal to F1, F2, Fm plus 1, Fn is a dual basis of B, then B dash is basis for V star. So here we have select B1 as a basis for W, and here we are getting B1 is a Li in V. If B1 is a Li in V, then we can extend B1 up to B1 to form a basis for V. So we are saying that B containing element N is a basis for V. Now if B is a basis for V, then we can find a dual basis of B, that is F1 up to Fn. So B dash is what? Basis for V star, such that Fi Vj is equal to delta Ij. This is equation number 1. Now we are claiming that S is equal to Fm plus 1, Fm plus 2 up to Fn is a basis for W naught. So we have select a set S having element Fm plus 1, Fm plus 2 up to Fn. We are saying that this is a basis for W naught. So see, first case, S is Li in W naught. Suppose as this S is Li in W naught, since S is a subset of B dash, here we have form S is equal to this, and B dash is what? B dash is F1 up to Fn. So we are saying that suppose, so obviously S is a subset because S contain only m plus 1 to n element, and B dash contain all element from 1 to n. So S is a subset of B dash. Therefore S is what? Li, since our B dash is Li. So first part is done. First, when S is Li in W naught. Second one, suppose spanning set of S is equal to W naught. Let F belongs to W naught be arbitrary. If F belongs to W naught, then we can say that F belongs to what? V star. And V star is what? Which is equal to spanning set of B dash. Now let F is equal to, since F belongs to V star, which is equal to spanning set B dash, then F is equal to 1 to n alpha I Fi, where this Fi belongs to B dash and alpha i's are scalars. Now if F belongs to W naught, this implies F of V is equal to what? 0, because W is what? W naught is annihilator of W. So according to the definition of annihilator, if any element belongs to W naught, then this F of that element, that linear functional map every element to 0. So F of V is equal to 0, and for all V belongs to W. Now this implies I can write here Vj also. This is equal to 0, as Vj belongs to W, where j is equal to 1 to up to n. Now again we have F as summation I is equal to 1 to n alpha I Fi, and Vj is equal to 0. Again, since our Fi are linear functional, so we can write I is equal to 1 to n alpha I Fi Vj is equal to 0 by the equation 1, because we have seen earlier that Fi Vj is nothing but delta Ij only. So by equation 1 we can write summation I is equal to 1 to n alpha I, this is delta Ij is equal to 0. So we know that when we extend or when we expand this I, then if I is equal to j somewhere, then this value is 1, otherwise this value is 0. So I can directly say that summation all entire values are 0 excepting this value, Delta Jj is nothing but 1 only. So this implies alpha j is equal to what? 0. Now, where j is equal to 1 to n. Therefore, f reduced to f is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n alpha I f I is equal to, here j is from 1 to m, so this f reduced to alpha up to m values are 0, so m plus 1 f m plus 1 plus alpha m plus 2 f m plus 2 plus alpha n f n. Now this will implies that f belongs to spanning set of S. Therefore, W naught is subset of S. This is equation number 2. Now let G belongs to spanning set of S be arbitrary. Then G can be written as summation I is equal to m plus 1 to n beta I fi, where beta i's are scalars and fi belongs to S. If V belongs to W, then V can be written as summation J is equal to 1 to m Cj Vj, this is J, where Ci's or Cj's belongs to F. Now we have to calculate G of V. So G, V is summation J is equal to 1 to m Cj Vj. Again G is a linear functional, so we can write summation J is equal to 1 to m Cj G of Vj. This is equal to summation J is equal to 1 to m Cj, and our G is summation I is equal to m plus 1 to n beta I fi of Vj. Now this is equal to summation J is equal to 1 to n Cj summation I is equal to m plus 1, this is m plus 1 to n beta I fi Vj. Again fi Vj is nothing but delta Ij. So this is equal to summation J is equal to 1 to m Cj summation Ji is equal to m plus 1 to n beta I, and this is our delta Ij. So according to the definition of delta Ij, this becomes 0 when I and j are unequal, and this becomes 1 when I and j are equal. Therefore, G of V is equal to C. So if we put value of j, then this become C1 summation I is equal to m plus 1 to n beta I del I1 plus C2 summation I is equal to m plus 1 to n beta I del I2 plus so on. So in no value we are going to get I and j equal. If I will solve this again also, here I is value from m plus 1, so no value is there for which I will get I as 1. So there is no value for which we will get I and j equal to. Therefore we can say that G of V is equal to 0 for all V belongs to W. This implies G belongs to annihilator of W. Therefore, spanning set of S is a subset of annihilator of W. This is equation number 3. So from equation number 2 and 3, we can say that spanning set of S is equal to annihilator of W. Therefore, S forms a basis for W naught. If S form the basis of W naught, then the dimension of W naught is equal to n minus m, and dimension of V is equal to n, and dimension of W is equal to m. Therefore, dimension of W naught plus dimension of W is equal to dimension of V. Hence, our theorem proved.